take your seats as the performance is starting momentarily.
Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats as the performance is starting momentarily.
Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats as the performance will be starting momentarily. Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats as the performance is now starting. Ladies and gentlemen, the Order of the Alamo is proud to welcome King Antonio the 101st, Mr. Scott Allen Christie, past president of the Order of the Alamo and his entourage. Ladies and gentlemen, the Order of the Alamo is proud to welcome El Rey Feo the 75th, Mr. John McFadden Sr. and his entourage. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the President of the Fiesta Commission, Mr. Richards A. Spar, Jr. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Troy Peters, conductor of the Coronation Orchestra. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the royal pages from the Court of Monumental Discovery. Ladies and gentlemen, to celebrate the arrival of the Lord High Chamberlain, we present to you the Texas Military Institute's Sabre Team.
Dignitaries, judge, forward, march.
Ladies and gentlemen, herald to the Royal Court and Lord High Chamberlain, Mr. Kurt Monyer Steeves. The Lord High Chamberlain is accompanied by his pages, Mr. Holden James Gerber and Mr. Preston Hayes Gerber.
Discovery. Since the beginning of mankind, human beings have possessed this instinct to be able to create, to invent, to discover. Ladies and gentlemen, this evening we will celebrate illustrious discoveries in a variety of areas such as science and engineering, transportation, communication, the arts, and entertainment. Now, regardless of how or why they originated, whether they were born out of necessity or curiosity, with intentionality or mere creative genius, every one of these inspirations has enormous cultural significance. More simply put, they've made our world a better place. You see, we are the beneficiaries of these great works that have marked humankind for centuries. From the ancient times to the Middle Ages, the Industrial Revolution, and even into our modern era, these discoveries have positively impacted the lives of virtually all of us who have come after. And so tonight, as we stroll through the halls of history, we will also recognize the incredible men and women who have harnessed their brilliance, their ingenuity, and their God-given talents to drastically influence the world. These individuals are greatness personified, immortalized for their accomplishments, recognized universally simply by their last names. People like Da Vinci, Earhart, Ford, Bell, and Wright, both the architect and the brothers. And tonight, as you admire the splendor of the evening, perhaps you will also recall some of the famous words and phrases that have made up the soundtrack of these creations. Things like, "in the beginning," or perhaps, "we choose to go to the moon, not because it is easy, but because it is hard." Or maybe, "frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn." And so, it is my honor to welcome you all to the architectural marvel of the Crystal Palace, site of Prince Albert's great exhibition of 1851, as the Order of the Alamo is proud to present the Court of Monumental Discovery. Essential to virtually every mode of transportation, and integral in countless applications. A world without the wheel is simply unimaginable. Now, we may envision cavemen hammering wheels from stone, but it was the Sumerians in the 4th millennium who made the most impactful discovery with the creation of rotating axles and solid discs of wood. The importance of the wheel is extraordinary, as it is the cornerstone of the movement of goods and people throughout the world. In Costa Rica, the carreta is considered a national symbol. This colorful cart is used to transport coffee beans from the cool floor of the Meseta Valley over the Talamanca Mountains to the crashing waves of the Pacific coast. These wheeled works of art are admired not only for their functionality, but also for their vividly decorative qualities. Reveling in the reach of eternal progress, from Edmond, Oklahoma, Her Grace, Carolyn Grace of the House of Ferrero, Duchess of the Heritage of Humanity.
That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Since the dawn of time, we have gazed skyward at the uncharted frontier of space, marveling at the path of totality and the twinkling tapestries, seemingly so close yet so distant it defies comprehension. The attraction of outer space is an affair of awe and curiosity, filled with mysteries, captivating our primal urge to explore the unknown. Neil Armstrong's first footprint on the moon signified a monumental achievement in space exploration, and yet at the same time was dwarfed by the boundless plains that still existed. To this day, as we continue to push deeper into the cosmos, we discover many answers while simultaneously creating more burning questions. Marveling in the great expanse of space, from Houston, Her Grace Martha Hall of the House of Grimes, Duchess of Limitless Infinities. creation of clothing, exclusively a human luxury, has evolved over centuries and serves as a visual manifestation of the social customs of nationalities, tribes, and peoples. The development of textile production using techniques passed down from generation to generation has had a major influence on style throughout history. In many cultures, clothing offers a blend of both protection from harsh environment and a portrayal of position or status. One such example is the serape. Highly prized in Mexican cultures, serapes were inspired by the cave drawings of the Otomi people in the Sierra Madre territory. Distinct patterns of birds, animals, and glorious colors are believed to serve as intermediaries between the real and spirit world, representing the rich tapestry of history. From New Canaan, Connecticut, Her Grace Helen Elizabeth of the House of Cheever, Duchess of Woven Vestiges. In their journeys to far-off lands, early explorers employed many crude techniques by which to navigate the unknown world. They eventually discovered that the position of the stars could be used to calculate latitude and longitude, thereby allowing routes to be charted across the globe. Invented in 220 BC, a portable device known as an astrolabe became essential to maritime exploration, used to plot courses which were strung together to create maps, ultimately relied upon by the likes of Magellan and Columbus. This breakthrough in cartography was instrumental in the formation of new civilizations. As these fearless explorers ventured further, the world became smaller. Navigating the voyage of human adventure, from New York, New York, Her Grace Madeline O'Connor of the House of Leffler, Duchess of Intrepid considered the first synthetic material created by humans. The invention of clay pottery coincides with the adoption of an agricultural lifestyle, where durable vessels were necessary to gather and hold water. Pottery was revolutionized by the advent of the potter's wheel in ancient Mesopotamia, allowing for alternative designs and aesthetics, and the craft then became an artistic expression of culture. Pottery reached new heights with the porcelain of the Ming Dynasty in the 13th century, its signature quality being a contrast of deep cobalt blue on pure whiteness. Such was its fame that all fine white porcelain was simply called China, rivaling paintings and calligraphy as the most highly prized of Chinese art. Filled with flowers germane to the region, a combination of vases and chrysanthemums represent joy, luck, and friendship. Blossoming in the delicate blend of art and nature. From Houston, Her Grace, Claire Anne Frankfurt of the House of Dilling, Duchess of Cherished Elements. Mr. John Hansford White IV. As numerous as the world's civilizations, religion binds people together through spiritual elements and shared beliefs, often having sacred histories which are preserved in manuscripts and traditions. Religion is the cornerstone on which many great empires have blossomed. As early explorers reached new worlds, religious practices were shared with the indigenous people they encountered, nurturing a rich cultural engagement. The conquistadors learned the significance that feathers symbolized in the elaborate ceremonies of the ancient Aztec people, believed to have magical properties such as fertility, abundance, and power. As they continued their global trek, the conquistadors brought these symbols and rituals to a growing Spanish mission in northern Mexico, St. Anthony de Padua, known today as San Antonio. Glorifying the binding reverence of faith, from Fort Worth, Her Grace, Anna Laura of the House of Moritz, Duchess of Divine Symbol. Built over 2,000 years ago and considered one of the 7 wonders of the world, the Pharos of Alexandria became the archetype for lighthouses dotting ports around the globe. These observatories served to warn mariners of the perilous rocky coasts and were vital for safe passage in and out of harbors. The lantern room, sitting atop a large tower, contained the optic or lighting equipment in a huge 2-story structure. From this perch, the keepers would gaze out across the great expanse of sea, watching for ships bringing supplies, news, and in the most remote locations, their only companionship save the coastal birds that hovered above. Even as the modern world has progressed, many of these same light towers shine today, a fitting reminder of their simple yet life-saving purpose, to warn and protect from the sheer power of the ocean. Capturing the beacon of last lights, from North Palm Beach, Florida, Her Grace, Catherine Grace of the House of Duncan, Duchess credited to the development and expansion of refined society. Currency, adapted from crude stones into small circles of wood and iron in China some 3,000 years ago. The first official currency, minted in 600 BC, were coins with a mixture of silver and gold, stamped with symbols reflecting the first denominations. Practicality inspired the use of paper notes, and symbols replaced with numbers, a precursor to our modern-day money. With the advancement in technology and the rise of the digital age, these days money can be moved, traded, and most definitely spent in the blink of an eye. The Chicago Stock Exchange, founded in 1882, is a testament to the importance of currency in our society. The intricately stenciled wall of the main trading room serves as a reminder of the vast connectivity of financial systems around the world. Evoking the will and spirit of free markets, from Carn City, Her Grace, Madeline Margaret of the House of Frankie, Duchess of Symbolic Affectation. originating in China in the first millennium, the technique of creating printed word with movable type wasn't perfected until the middle of the 15th century. The printing press changed the world forever by fostering the standardization of language and increased literacy, thereby creating a rapid spread of ideas. The father of this process was the inventor and goldsmith, Johannes Gutenberg, who in 1452 began his famous Bible project. He adapted screw mechanisms found in wine presses to modernize his concept, and in turn printed 180 copies of his 2-volume Gutenberg Bible. 21 remain in existence today, serving as a lasting legacy to this momentous accomplishment. Illustrating the image of the printed word, from New Canaan, Connecticut, Her Grace, Hope Eileen of the House of Cheever, Duchess of Illuminated Script. First attributed to the French and Germans in the 18th century, the invention of the automobile created a permanent shift in human transportation. Henry Ford ushered in the era of mass production techniques, and the dream of car ownership was forever realized by the masses. Over the years, the automobile's advanced designs, increased power, and improved functionality has played a pivotal role in the development of the world we know today. The pioneers of this revolution are remembered by the memorials they left behind. The roads and highways carved throughout the landscape. The colorful streets of race cars at Le Mans and Indy. And perhaps the most breathtaking of them all, the Chrysler Building. A bold Art Deco tower of high polished steel and reflected glass rising through the center of Manhattan. A fitting tribute to a world-changing machine. Embodying the will and ingenuity of genius. From Charleston, South Carolina, Her Grace, Megan Christina of the House of Lashley, Duchess of Transcendent Paradigms. Escorted by Mr. West World Winter Jr.